Now, let's talk about FedEx. FedEx is taking on the trade war. The shipping giant suing the Commerce Department over Huawei restrictions that it says are hurting. FedEx CEO Fred Smith telling Fox News the dispute is causing an impossible burden.
The increasing use of restrictions on exports and imports by the Commerce Department in various geopolitical and trade disputes creates just an impossible burden on FedEx and common carriers, because under the Department of Commerce's regulations, we are expected to be policemen for these export and import controls.
Here now is the Judge Andrew Napolitano, Fox News senior judicial analyst, host of Liberty File on Fox Nation. It's interesting to listen to Fred Smith with Bret Baier last night. So FedEx basically, explain this to us if you can, says it's a transportation company, not a law enforcement agency.
Well, FedEx is what we call in the law a common carrier, meaning it is generally under the law not responsible for what it transports unless it is put on notice of what it is transporting.
Okay.
So if you give them a box that says there's a stick of dynamite in here and they send it through anyway, they're responsible. If you don't tell them there's dynamite in there, they're not responsible for it. This regulation promulgated by the Department of Commerce, for which he has sued the secretary personally, who's his buddy, as well as the Department of Commerce, puts them on notice that they have to determine whether or not anything that they're shipping contains anything made by Huawei.
Or any other company on this banned entity list. I mean, Huawei's not even mentioned, but everyone's talking about Huawei.
Well, Huawei is the one they're talking about because the president has articulated Huawei, I think quite properly, as a security risk. This is not an economics matter, it's a security matter, as the president sees it.
So the burden should, or I guess FedEx says, the burden should be on the government then.
Correct. What Fred Smith is arguing in this complaint, I read it this morning, is basically that they would have to do, they would do this by high tech, open up every box and open up every computer. That will slow down the deliveries, add to the cost, and transfer the burden of enforcing the government's foreign policy to a private entity, which also implicates other statutory provisions.
Have we ever seen anything like this before, where the government would need, or deem that it's necessary to do something like this and maybe pay for it? I mean, what are the other options?
Well, if the government offered to pay for it, it would be negotiable. They can't just say, you will do it and we'll reimburse you. They could tell the government to go take a hike. The government should do this itself at the border entry as the equipment enters the United States and passes through customs. That's the time and place for the government to determine, is there something in there that violates the president's embargo?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I thought personally, before I heard about this, that was what was happening.
I thought it as well, and I think Fred Smith thought it as well, because common carriers operate on the theory, to use my dynamite example, they are not responsible for what they transport unless they know about it. This regulation says you have a duty to know about it. A duty to know about it, that's a duty to go in the box and in the item that's inside the box.
Now,
and the government can't impose that duty without paying for it.
So this is an easy win, then, as you see it, it sounds like, for FedEx. I know Commerce has basically said something to the effect of, we don't believe this regulation requires FedEx to do what it's saying it requires it to do. So
that's what the secretary said in response to Fred Smith's interview with our colleague Bret Baier last night. But the regulation means what it says, not what the secretary says it means. So the court is going to interpret it. If they elevate foreign policy, that makes it very complex and more difficult for FedEx to win. If it's just a commercial issue, I think FedEx prevails.
Well, it just says, these things are complicated. All these trade issues and everything.
Well, in fairness to the government, the FedEx complaint was filed last night. I mean, the government's got 30 days to answer it, so we haven't heard the government's answer. We just saw that email that the Secretary of Commerce sent to Bret Baier in the middle of the show last night.
That was crazy.
Which was great.